Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends. Welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. So at the time I'm filming this, it's Saturday morning. We've experienced a full day of the Pro Tour Oath of the Gatewatch, and there's already some huge impacts on the market. One of the biggest stories to come out of day one is the Channel Fireball Eldrazi Modern deck. A lot of teams couldn't get this Eldrazi deck to work in Modern. Channel Fireball seems to have cracked the code. It is, at least coming out of day one, maybe the most powerful deck in the meta. We'll see as the weekend continues what happens, but because of that, a lot of people are already out there trying to pick up pieces of this deck, and it's already having a big impact on the market. LSV slightly compared it to Caw-Blade, saying it's not as powerful in the meta as Caw-Blade was, which was just almost completely broken at that time in Standard, if you recall. But it's in the same conversation as a deck that is just dominating right now. So still remains to be seen how it finishes. However, we're already seeing some big market changes. So let's jump in. First, we're going to look at the top 5 standard cards that have lost value this week. So these are cards that are stabilizing or maybe didn't see this amount of play that were expected originally. Coming in at number 5 is Linvala the Preserver, losing 66 cents to $3.37. Number 4 is Worldbreaker, losing $1.07 to $10. Number 3 is Kozilek the Great Distortion, losing $1.59 to $12.99. Number 2 is Nissa Voice of Zendikar, losing $1.61 to $13.14. And number 1 is Kozilek's Return, losing $1.83 to $13.96. Alright, now we're going to look at the top 5 standard cards that have gained value this week, and you're going to notice a couple of these cards are hot because they saw play yesterday in the Channel Fireball Eldrazi Deck. Number 5 is Endless One, going up $2.50 to $3.40. I mentioned in the Battle for Zendikar set review a few months back that this was going to be a great card because it's always on curve. It's an early drop if you just need to hold the board state. It's a great mid-range card, or it's a big late game threat. And this is exactly what it's doing in that Channel Fireball Eldrazi deck. Number 4 is Eldrazi Mimic, going up $2.73 to $4.30. It is an amazing 2-drop. You're not going to see a 2-drop do as much as this card can do. Sometimes it's just a 2-1. That's just fine. But beyond that, it can do some great things, and we're seeing that now in that Channel Fireball Eldrazi deck. This and Endless One are a couple cards that are still relatively cheap that you may want to try to pick up just to have copies of to play with, because they could continue to increase in value over a period of time. Number 3 is Calidus, a Trader of Get. This has gone up $4.26 to $16. Number 2, Jace is back again. Jace Vern's Prodigy back up $4.87 to $71.92. I think this is partially because Jace is continuing to cement his place in Modern. And number 1 is Collected Company, going up $5.02 to $15.94. There is a pretty cool Collective Company deck that saw a lot of play yesterday as well in the Pro Tour. Still remains to be seen where it actually finishes, but it has caught a lot of attention, and hence the price spike here. Alright, so let's move on to the actual Modern cards that have lost value this week. For the most part, these are cards that are still Modern staples that still see play in a lot of decks, but just didn't see as much play in yesterday's day 1 of the Pro Tour. Number 5 is Fulminator Mage, losing $1.76 to $36.99. Number 4 is Karplusan Forest, losing $1.76 to $7.50. This is the 10th edition version. Number 3 is the Mirrodin Glimmervoid, losing $2.01 to $42.99. Number 2 is Modern Masters Tarmogoyf, losing $4.16, bringing it down to $155.63. And finally, the 5th Dawn Crucible of Worlds, losing $5.18 to $61.95. Alright, let's look at those top 5 cards that gained value this week in Modern, mostly due to the events in day 1 of the Pro Tour. Number 5 is Scape Shift. This went up $5.62, bringing it to $50.50. Number 4 is Ink Moth and Nexus, going up $8.28 to $44.95. Number 3 is Eye of Ugin, the Modern Masters 2015 version, going up $5.89 to $44, where the World Wake version went up $9.02 to $47.29. Number 2 is Firelit Thicket, going up $9.06 to $23. And finally, the big card of the week and of the day, Chalice of the Void, Modern Masters version going up $19.93 to $38. The Mirrodin version going up $26.45 to $44.99. This is kind of the missing piece that Channel Fireball figured out that really pushes that Eldrazi ramp deck in Modern over the edge to a great deck. This slows down the faster decks, stops them from playing their 1 or 2 drops in different situations, and it's just really enabled the Eldrazi deck to be as great as it has been in day 1 of the Pro Tour. Having said that, this is a fantastic card. If you can find these a little bit cheaper before the price spike hits all the markets, definitely want to do so. That way you'll have these to be able to play with. This has always been a fantastic card in some of the Eternal formats in the past. Now it's really finding its niche in Modern. So having said that, that's the Market Watch for this week. We'll be back next week with another update. I'm sure some of these prices will begin to stabilize, and we're going to see more of which decks just come out on top in the Pro Tour. And again, I'm sure values will change quite dramatically. So until then, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day.
Hey, thanks as always for watching. This video, like all my videos, was made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Even a donation of $1 helps me to keep growing this community and creating better quality videos for all of you. Check out our Patreon page for exclusive giveaways and future goals for the channel. If you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the MTG news, spoilers, set reviews, product openings, or finance videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a good day.